So welcome back to North Kilworth Wharf. Just got here, it's about 12 o'clock Saturday. Going to have a go at cleaning up the swim today. Doing all the rust treatment and then we'll black it. We're going to have a go at cleaning up all this swim section this weekend. I think all of this will need a wire brush, all underneath here. Need a wire brush and we'll rust treat it and prime it all with the blacking. Now all the side here is obviously the original 2-pack coating. You can tell because it doesn't slide, it's rock hard and it's faded to a lighter grey. So this will be absolutely fine to put the blacking on, I'm told. So yeah, we'll just give the whole thing an abrasion so we can get the blacking to stick to it. So that's something to be done at a later date. Wicked, let's have a look at the front here. Yeah, no, this is lovely. So here we are under the swim section. I just wanted to have a look what it was like. We've got some little bit of flaking of the 2-pack. So underneath here, all of this will need a wire brush. There's the weed hatch as well, that will all need doing at some point. All of this is in a pretty, it's not bad, it's just been dripping a little bit. And all of this down here will need a wire brush. I don't think I'm going to put the Jotomastic 90 on it. I think I'm just going to go straight on with the 2-pack epoxy blacking. It is a primer. I just wanted to put an extra coat on the front. When it comes time to do that, we'll have to abrade that back quite a bit so that the blacking has somewhere to stick to. All of this looks like it might be quite a bit of work on my knees and upside down, so we'll mask and goggles for all of this, I think. Yeah, this is this weekend's plan, is to clean this up and get it blacked. A lot to do though, a lot to do. Paint down this end looks great. Obviously this will need a pretty hard abrading to get the blacking to stick to it. Obviously you don't paint shiny on shiny. But yeah, it's much better than it was, a lot less rusty. So yeah, so all that will need wire brushing and abrading, cleaning with some white spirits or acetone, and then cleaning with some thinners for the blacking. Then we can black over this. This edge here, I'd like to do a little bit of work because of this stuff. Just wire brush it back, rust treat it, and we'll go straight over it with a blacking. All of the sides down here will need to be, pretty heavily agitated and abraded so that the epoxy can be painted onto it. But I emailed the people that make the 2-pack epoxy, and they say, yeah, you can paint it on top of an epoxy, just don't paint it on bitumen because that stuff moves around a bit and will crack the epoxy, but this stuff being rock hard will be absolutely fine. So yeah, let's go on with some of this today. So here we are back inside the boat again. Everything appears normal, nothing's been moved. Yeah, pretty good, it's nice to be back. Summer seems to be hitting full swing. So yeah, absolutely good fun. Let's go on with some work today. So this here is a prime example why you want to put a key in your boat, because you don't want the paint to flake off and come off in sheets like this. So whereas on this it's a nice smooth plastic surface, so it can't really stick too well. So but yeah, this is why you put a key in, so your paint doesn't just flake off like this. Handy for cleaning the paint tray, terrible for on the side of your boat. First time you hit something and the whole side comes off in a sheet. So yeah, so that's why you key it, you abrade it, so that the paint has somewhere to stick. Otherwise this happens on your boat. So I've just been going over all the gear to use to clean up the metalwork. I've got an angle grinder with a couple of wire wheel brushes, scrabbler disc, a little bit, some wire wheels for the drill, some arbor bits for the drill, goggles, masks and gloves. Then we've got some white spirits, some fur tan, a random orbit sander to clean it down, the paint tray, the roller, bits and pieces, random brushes and gloves, and there'll be roller brushes somewhere. But yeah, just going through the box of all the metalwork bits I've got ready for the roof. All these scrabbler bits I'm saving for the roof, can clean that back as much as I can. Got a big bottle of Vactan for the roof as well. But yeah, we'll try and use up some of these little arbor bits in there, hard to reach nooks and crannies, and we'll wire wheel the whole thing. Yeah, wicked. Got my pallet, my insulation board and my foam, not as young as it used to be. It's getting harder and harder to get up off the floor. So have another good look at this. Yeah, some wire brushing, some fur tanning. and use the Scrabble piece on this big bit, and then all up under here needs a good white brush. I've got a good head for that, so we'll see how it goes. Right, there, let's get on with it. I guess we should just pick a bit and start, really. Got a fresh wheel for the angle grinder. Let's have a quick look. We've got a lot of the rust off the swim plate. Still got an awful lot of this to do. Right, let's get on with it. Right, so it's about 4 o'clock. That's this side done. All of that's been keyed. I'm going to rust treat these little bits like that. All of that's been ground back. All of underneath has been ground back. All of this side. So I'm going to put some Vactan on that now. Then get started grinding the other side. God, I hope that doesn't take me another 4 hours. Okay, wish me luck. Okay, so it's about 4:45. All of this side has been ground back and had a liberal coating of Furtan put on, and all underneath up to the halfway point, and I've come straight out. Actually, there's a little bit to do under there, but yeah. So that's all done. Time to get started on the next side, I think. Mr. Narrowboat Hands got his boat out, doing a lovely paint job. Just having a break, had a sandwich, got a coffee. Went over and talked to David on the white boat over there. He'd be annoyed if I call it a white boat. On that boat, we'll go have a look at his boat. He's done some amazing paintwork. And then just behind them there's Ali and Lee doing the Black Swan. So yeah, lovely here. I haven't seen Jason for a little bit. He's doing the Narrowboat fit out just here. But yeah, lovely sunny afternoon. Quiet in North Kilworth Wharf. Everybody is now seems to have finished up, getting ready for the evening. Well, I feel almost bad breaking the sanctity of the quiet. So yeah, so I'm just gonna go over this last little bit again. Get it all white spirited and Furtan. I've done all under here. I'm quite happy with all of that. So yeah, so let's get it chemically treated. Now then, the birds are going off. Means night time's on its way. Sun's just dropped, starting to get cold. Time to get some chemicals on this. Just put a key in the whole thing at the sides in preparation for tomorrow. And we'll wipe it down with some white spirit, get some rust treatment on it, leave it overnight, black it in the morning. Sweet. Quick look at David's boat. Last time I was here this thing was completely white. He's put 3 coats of blacking on, 4 coats of light grey, and he started on a darker grey down here. He does paint professionally, so, but his finish is phenomenal. Really makes mine look like a child scribbled it with their offhand. This thing is beautiful and glorious. So well done. He's also primed all the inside as well this week, so he's done all that in like 10 days or a week or so. It's crazy. It looks incredible though. Brand new shell. Fantastic. So that's all of that fur tan. So hope that'll do, because that's all the fur tan that I've got. So the sun's just breaking out now for the last hour of the day. Gonna get all this slot tidied up, cleaned up, put away, and get, you know, hunker down for the evening. Step 2. Awesome. So it's about 10:30 on Sunday. Sun's out, starting to get warm, yard's starting to get busy. Let's have a look at this. Fur tan's done this fur tan. It's looking alright. Get this washed off. Yeah. Looking good. Cool. So that's all this side sanded, ready, prepped for paint. So had all the fur tan washed off it, then it's all been sanded. Then we've gone over it and keyed it all, and we've just cleaned it all with some white spirits. Then I'm going to clean up this side now, get all the fur tan off, key it all back, wash it all down with the white spirits. Then we'll wash the entire thing with some thinners for the blacking, just to make sure it's completely grease free and clean. And then we'll try the blacking on it. So yeah, quite exciting. But yeah, ready for the next part? Let's go. Right, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday. That's all the prep work done. Degreased, it's got a key in it, it's all been sanded, it's all been cleaned, it's all been fur tanned. Only bit ready now is the epoxy 2-pack blacking, which is terrifying, because all I hear is terrible stuff about the 2-pack. This stuff is definitely the former 2-pack, because it dusted up when I was sanding it, as opposed to squidging up and moving around and healing like bitumen tar paint. So this will be absolutely fine to paint over with the 2-pack epoxy. Yeah, let's get to it. Awesome. Just opening the epoxy blacking. Let's just have a quick look at this. Oh, yeah, very nice. Okay, so I'm running out of battery on the phone, so let's just get this a real quick coverage of this, and then I'll go and put it on charge. So that's all that done. That's all underneath this side painted. That's all the bottom section painted. All this side. I'm working my way around right now. I've just done the upper side over here. Just finished all that and laying it off, and then I'll redo the coping bits, the strakes. And I'm just about to start under here, but I'm just about out of battery, so I'm just going to go stick this on charge, finish the rest of the paint up. But yeah, it's looking fantastic. Still got some detailing to do and to get bits to get underneath, but yeah, it looks great. But yeah, so I'm going to put the phone on charge and get back on with the painting before the paint completely cures. But I'm really happy with the chime. It's really solid, got a good layer. I'll go over all the little bits again a little bit later at the end. Yeah, fantastic. Just sat up here in the bow deck having a smoke and a coffee. Just as I've finished doing the last touches of the blacking, looking at Leroy's boat, thinking, Jesus, the amount of rust treatment that I'll need on that. So I've just finished painting. Just come back in the boat. I am a staked. That matches my head as well, pretty much, from bumping stuff. So I've got all this to tidy up as well before I go, all the bedding to put in the car. So I'm going to get out the boiler suit, go outside, tidy up all the gear, put all this stuff in the car, tidy up and get ready to leave. Then we'll go and have a final look around the finished painted swim of the boat. Fantastic. Wow. That has been quite a good weekend actually. It feels like we've made some progress. Everything's packed away, put away, all the bedding is stored in the airtight tub. Last thing to take down is the coffee machine. Going to have one of those for the road. But yeah, let's go outside and have a look at how it looks, how the painting looks. Now this feels like progress. Look at that, glorious. Done all the way up to the chock. All underneath there is done. Whole thing. It took forever. But yeah, everything's done, nice and sealed. All the welds are double painted over at this point. We'll give it another layer. Then maybe a fortnight. Yeah, it looks amazing. It's actually starting to look like the brand new boat it is. Yeah, it looks fantastic. Very happy with that. Found the paint really easy to work with. It's a lot like the Joe Tomasic 90, just a little thicker. Yeah, really good to work with. The paint that it's on top of was, when I was sanding it, it was coming off in a powder, which indicates that it's a 2-pack epoxy, so we're quite happy to paint straight over the top of this because it'll have no movement. If this was a bitumen blacking, like a standard blacking, there's no way you could paint 2-pack over the top of it. It's one thing I did notice when using this, thinking of, hearing about this mythical 2-pack epoxy blacking. It's just paint. When 10 seconds in, you're like, oh yeah, no, this is just paint. There's nothing special about it. It's just an epoxy paint. It'll dry rock hard. So on top of regular bitumen, which will move around and heal, it'll crack. So you don't want to do that. But on top of this stuff, which is the original 2-pack, it'll be fine. And on top of the Joe Tomasic 90 that we did at the front down here, as long as we put a good braid it well with a sander, a nice a nice coarse rough piece on the sander, just to give it a nice edge to stick to, yeah, it'll be absolutely fine. So yeah, no, it's really good progress. This is cured off quite nicely. Yeah, having to go over the detail. So yeah, so a good sand, a wire brush to put a good key in it, and the blacking will stick to this absolutely fine. So look at this. Looks fantastic. Looks like the brand new boat that she is. All under there is done. It's all nice and shiny now. Re-blacked. All of the rudder. All of this section. Looks absolutely stunning. So yeah, the plan is to be back in 2 weeks to just do I tell you, doing the sides super quick, super easy. I think all the main tricky bits, say that, touch wood, the main tricky bits are now done. Doing this under here wasn't a lot of fun, but it's done now. I'll have to put a second coat on the whole thing at least. I'd like to put 2 or 3 more, to be honest with you, but they're in a fortnight, Jubilee weekend. Plan to come down and do the entire boat that weekend in one full wrap of the boat. I've done all the underside of the rudder. All under here is done. Yeah, very happy, very, very happy. Fantastic, feels like we're making progress. Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you've been having fun out there. But yeah, this thing looks great.